I tried street vending for the first time and I want to walk you through my whole experience. The setup, the mistakes, the wins, exactly how much I sold and what I made, and all the lessons I learned. If you ever thought about street vending or selling your art at an art market, this video is for you. The setup. So first, some context. This all happened at downtown Tulsa's First Friday Art Festival, except I am not an official vendor. I am part of this whole street long of artists and small businesses who will just come to downtown Tulsa and set up their tables on a small patch of grass outside of some businesses and sell their stuff. So I didn't have to pay for a tabling fee or sign up or anything like that. I just showed up. After work, I packed up all of my supplies and it fit into 2 boxes and a cart that I bought off Amazon. Normally this would probably take me 2 trips to move all of this stuff, but I had my friend Nate to help me out. So Nate helped me pack everything up, move it downtown, move it to our spot, set up, and he sat with me the whole time. So this saved me a lot of time and energy, so thank you, Nate. We parked about a block or 2 away from where we were vending, and I was a little nervous, like, about what it was gonna be like moving my product throughout downtown Tulsa, and like, I was a little worried, but like, I had friends with me, so we were fine. I was mainly nervous about what it would be like packing up at 9 p.m. and then moving my stuff, but we had no issues, and for events like these, there's so many people out everywhere, and we parked in a safe location, but that was just something I thought about, like, just try to be aware of how much product you're moving. Do you have your money bag out in your hand, like visible to see? Like, I would just think about those things and try to be smart about it. So we got to our spot, and so we got to the street where all the vendors were, and some people had shown up at like 4 or 5 to claim their spot. We got there at 6, and it seemed like just in time to get the last good spot. Like, there are probably some other spots along the street we could have found, but we just saw an empty spot and we were like, that's our spot. There were tons of people already walking by while we were trying to set up, so that was pretty stressful at first, but we got everything set up pretty quickly. First impressions. I had no idea what to expect. I thought I was gonna be bored most of the time, but the day just flew by. There was always something going on. People were walking by and asking me about my art, laughing at my designs in a good way. And when there was a lull, which was rare, I was filming videos and taking pictures and just trying to calm my nerves. But as the night went on, I got used to the chaos and the rhythm of things. And while this is a hard thing to quantify, I believe that my display helped me out a lot. I knew how important it was to get display shelves where people can see my prints from afar. With a crowd like this, people do not want to be like shoving through people just to look at your art, so you always need vertical display. Like, you always need to have your art up so people can see and they don't have to like come look at your table, because that can be awkward for people, you know. My routine. I started to develop a routine without knowing it. So here's what that looked like. Number 1, smile, check the vibe. 2, do not say anything unless the person approaching your table speaks first. 3, match the energy. 4, chatty. Share that I did all of this in the last month, maybe share what my branding is, my little story spiel. 5, if they wanted to buy something, have them pay, verify the payment, like, oh, they paid through Venmo, let me check my Venmo really quick. Cool, it went through, thank you. 6, offer an envelope or a bag, just something to put the product in. 7, try to remember to promote my social media. I forgot to do that one a lot, and it's something I need to remember next time I vend. Mistakes and lessons. I definitely made some mistakes, and one big thing I realized was I made my pricing signs way too small. Way too small. People, like, you always hear when people vend, this is like a common issue, like, no matter what you do, no matter if your pricing sign is like super huge, people will just not see it and they'll ask you the pricing, but like every single person that came to my table was like, how much is this? And my pricing signs were like tiny. It was not good. It was very hard for people to know how much something cost, and I'm sure it probably deterred a lot of people from even considering buying something from me. And for my payment setup, I forgot to make like payment signs. It was so last minute. I found these like QR codes from college from like 2 years ago. that I cut out and like put in a frame, and it just looked so underwhelming compared to the rest of my setup. Like, it looked so bad, but hey, it worked, right? Like, it worked. And speaking of payment, I sold most of my product through Venmo, one through Cash App and the rest through cash. I never had one person ask me if I took card, and I couldn't, so I'm glad that didn't happen. For my next event, I'm gonna make sure that I have a dedicated pricing and payment sign. My favorite part, I spent a little over a month making this brand and getting all of this together, and just to see people appreciate and buy my art felt really amazing. It was gratifying, and it justified me working from 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5 every day for a month. I felt like my hard work had paid off, and I can relax knowing that this wasn't all for nothing. But my favorite part was seeing people laugh at my designs in a good way, and say, "Oh, I love this," or "This is so funny." That just made my night. Sales are great, but getting that human interaction and reaction to my work really made me feel like I was doing something right. How much I sold. I tried to write all of my transactions down in this little notebook. I could have missed something here or there, but in total, I think this is what I sold. 9 8x10 prints, 4 4x6 prints, 1 4x4 print, 8 stickers, and a $1 tip. This came to about $141. I'm sure there's gonna be people that are like, you're overpricing or underpricing your work, but I really thought about how to price my work for the longest time, and I priced my work with what I was comfortable with. I feel like no matter what you do, people are always gonna tell you it's priced too high or priced too low. Obviously, you need to factor in like how much money it took you to make the product, how much time it took you to sit down and even think of making the product and make it come true, and you know, just all the time that went into making this thing. Keeping that in mind, I was really happy with how I priced things, and considering that I am a new brand and people probably don't know who I am, I don't have like a lot of reviews or like a reputation yet, I personally am okay with pricing my things on the lower side than maybe what is usually expected. That's just what I'm comfortable with. But moving forward, like the more shows that I do, or if I start to do shows where like I have to pay a tabling fee, I will increase my prices. So yeah, it came to about $141. I gave Nate about 20 bucks because he literally spent like 5 hours just like helping me the entire time. So I walked away with about $120 in profit. Now, $120 isn't life-changing money, but this was my first time ever making money from vending or selling my art in person like this. For me, that's huge. I've invested so much time and money into this idea, and I haven't made back all the money I invested in making the supplies or buying display items. So this technically hasn't been profitable yet, but I'm on my way, and that feels incredible. Reflections. This night was a huge success. I met so many cool people, I learned a ton, and most importantly, I got over that huge first hurdle of just starting. I already have so many ideas on how to improve, but overall, I'm proud of myself. I don't know why, I'm like gonna get, oh my god, am I getting emotional? Why, ew. I'm proud of myself. Getting started is the hardest part. Now I'm just excited to keep going. Long term for this, you know, obviously it'd be great if this could be an extra way for me to make money, but I can't even begin to describe how fulfilling it felt. I don't know, I just want to say that like, I know that I've said this in the video multiple times, but like my whole last month, like the entire month of September for me, every day after work was like working on this brand and working on products and things, and I really cannot begin to describe how cool of an experience this was. Like, it was really hard and stressful, and I invested a lot of money into doing this, and to know that like people appreciate what I did and what I'm doing, and even people that are watching my YouTube videos. Like, it's just all very gratifying and fulfilling. So it's really hard to explain, but I just want to say thank you. If you support me in any way or you support this channel, thank you. Thank you for watching this video, and if you've made it this far, please leave a yellow heart in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.